first time I ever saw him was on a press conference at Steve Goodwin's show, and I was like, who's this guy in the corner? He was just talking, and it made me want to go to the show. I mean, I was going to the show anyway, because I know Jose de Lopez. I was going to the show anyway, but I was like, you know, I was really interested to see this guy because he was talking a lot, and he was talking what he was going to do. I was like, I want to see if he could back it up. And look, sure, as soon as I got into the venue, sure enough, in the first round knockout, and he was showboating, and I'll tell you what, the crowd were loving it, man. And I tell you what, Steve Goodwin, boy, he might look back and say, you know what, it was a bad move getting rid of this kid, but you know what, he's gone from strength to strength, like I said, with Frank Warren. So as you can see by these pictures here, it's flashy, and then the you know, the people in England, you know, whether you like him, dislike him, you'll definitely want to go see him. And his first fight in Box Nation is going to be a must watch. All right, so let's get straight into it of where I think he's gonna go. All right, so we're gonna got Charlie Edwards, as you can see here in a picture with Charlie Magri, the former WBC flyweight champion. So Charlie Edwards, they've fought before a couple of times. I'm not too sure how many times in amateurs, but Prince Patel felt like he got a bad deal in that, and basically this is a rivalry match for Prince Patel, and obviously for Charlie Edwards. Their records are similar. Like Prince Patel's only got 1 fight, 1 knockout. Charlie Edwards got 2 fights, 2 knockouts. So they've got similar. They're the same age. 22. Are they 22 years old? I think they're 22 years old. Yeah, they're 22 years old, both of them 22 years old. And yeah, so they're basically obviously amateur. You know, Prince Patel said some stuff, and they've done backwards and forwards. So this is a natural rivalry match. So I don't know how long this is going to take to match, because they're both, you know, Charlie Edwards got 2 fights. Prince Patel's had his first fight, and obviously because of promotional issues, he ain't been in the ring since. But he's training very hard. I've seen pictures of him up in Manchester in the Championships gym. So he's up there training very hard and getting himself ready for his next opponent, obviously, whenever that is. Charlie Edwards, I think he's down on Sky Sports. Eventually, hopefully, these two can get it on sooner or later, because I'm going to go through the flyweight list in the top 10 in the country, actually, so I'm going to break it down. Hopefully, these two will get it on, and it'll be good for the two of them to get it on very early in their career, because try and build a buzz in the flyweight division. Because in England, yeah, I didn't even know the flyweight division existed before Prince Patel. I mean, obviously, I know Charlie Macri and Duke McKenzie and them guys there, but since then, nah, I mean, there's no flyweights ever catching. I think there was the Mighty Adam, another guy, but there's no one really captured the imagination like Prince Patel. And it'd be good for Charlie Edwards as well, for the two of them, for their profile stuff, trying to match fairly early on. So, all right, so that I'd like to see that match up. The Southpaw versus Charlie, you know, they've got a little needle in there, so maybe get that on early in their career. All right, next opponent, we're gonna move on to this guy here in the picture is, Lewis Norman. He's the English champion. So he's the English champion. So these would be the next progression for Prince Patel. Hopefully try and get English title. Pick up one of his titles with Lewis Norman. His record, he's 21 years old, so he's younger than Prince Patel. He's quite busy, actually. He started his career in 2012 and obviously current. So his record is 9 wins with 2 knockouts. He's not really a big puncher. He's 5'5". So yeah, he's got the English belt. And that's the natural progression. I don't know too much about him other than what I can see, and I don't know obviously the names on his record, but he's you know, obviously gone the distance a few times as well, you know, with 2 knockouts, not that well. But you know, in the flyweight division, I don't even know that many guys there. I mean, the guys in the flyweight division, they're not going to be hanging around forever, so you know, you could probably have like 4 fights and be up there. But I'll tell you what, the moment you get your feet wet in European competition, and then it starts getting really tasty out there. But right, so Prince Patel's got 2 options. Obviously, Charlie Edwards fight, a rivalry match will be good, and you've got Lewis Norman for the English title. That'll be, and in them 2 fights, yeah, for Prince Patel will be a bomb burner, and especially for Lewis Norman as well. Obviously, I don't know, I don't know. You know, you guys in the comments, you might let me know, but it'd be interesting to see if, you know, if they can match up with Prince Patel, because for me right now, he seems like Prince Patel's got he's drawing a lot of crowd. I don't know how much people can draw in, because you'll see by the next show in Box Nation how many people will fill the seats. But for me, boy, this guy's gonna fill the arenas, and people will definitely want to see him. So this would be the next progression for him for the English title. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next guy. He's gonna he's going to face, and this should be interesting, right? Should be a good old match right now. So this is the European guy. So you got Kevin Satchel. So Kevin Satchel's record is he's not a big puncher either. He's won 14. All the guys I've mentioned, they're all undefeated, by the way. All right, so far. Kevin Mitchell's record is 14 wins with 3 knockouts. So yeah, he's another guy on the list. Obviously, we're moving up now. So he's won the British title, but he's vacated it. So the British title is vacating. So you know, maybe Prince Patel could fight one of these guys. Maybe Charlie Edwards for the vacant British title. That'd be interesting. Or Lewis Norman for the titles, or the British title. And so Lewis Satchel is the European champion in a minute. So he's got the European title. He's from Merseyside out in Liverpool. He's 5'6.5", 26 years old, and obviously he's got more fights than obviously all of them. And but still, he's only got 3 knockouts out of 14 fights. So I don't know if the Prince to me seems like a right banger, and he's still getting his man strength as well. So you know what I mean, he's still developing his power and stuff like that. So he seems pretty formidable. But this is, like I said, these are the roads of where he needs to go. And Kevin Satchel, Stitchell, is it Stitchell? I think it's Satchel. Kevin Satchel will be a natural progression for the Prince if he moves quickly up the rankings, if Frank Warren give him a lot of fights. And so these are the next guys that you're going to. So European champion is Kevin Satchel, so I won't mind seeing that fight there. And alright, so we break out of European side, break out of the European pack, and now we're going into the world side, we're going into the world thing, into the world title. So here we go. Here we have Matt Williams Arroyo. Matt Williams Arroyo is a serious banger from Puerto Rico. He had a fight with Amnat Ruenroeng. You're gonna find out in a minute who that is. And he's this contender he's like a contender for the championship. And you know, for Prince Patel, if he gets up for the European and the domestic level, then these are the guys waiting for him. So you got Matt Williams Arroyo from Puerto Rico, and he can serious. He's got a twin brother, by the way. His brother's at a higher weight. His brother's at bantamweight. Is it bantamweight? The reason why them two are on different weights is because they don't want to fight each other, but they're actually twins. So his brother actually went a higher weight, so to make sure they don't even fight each other. And that'd be interesting. You know, Prince Patel right now, I can't really say because he only had one fight how he'd fare against this banger, but from what we can see from Prince Patel, he's pretty heavy-handed. So it'd be interesting to see if he could match his skills against someone like Matt Williams Arroyo. Moving on to the next guy in the world scene. These are all just world challenges so far. These are the guys. Zhao Ximing, Fist of Gold. So is it the Hand of Gold? Yeah, it's the Fist of Gold. He lost to Amnat Ruenroeng as well. Amnat Ruenroeng is the IBF flyweight champion. Yeah, so obviously he just lost recently, and his first loss. He's a two Olympic gold medalist, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and yeah, it'd be interesting. He hasn't fought that many, but he's a contender. And you know what, as Prince Patel is coming up, these are the guys I feel he'll probably encounter because they're fairly young on the world scene. Maybe when all the other guys I'm going to mention later on might drop off, these are the guys going to be waiting for him. So it'd be interesting to see. He's a southpaw as Zhao Ximing. So interested to see how, you know, if Prince could fare against some of these guys here. Alright, moving up again. So the levels is going up. We're going up levels now. Alright, so we've got the Hawaiian Punch, Brian Valora, fights out of his Filipino background, but he fights out of in America, obviously, and he can bang, bro. He's got a serious dig, man. This guy's got a dig, but he's, you know what I mean, like, this is the levels all getting up in the flyweight division. As you can see, it's quite intense, man. There's some good guys in the division, you know, even domestically for Prince. You know, it's interesting to see if he can get past the domestic level. We try to break into some of these guys here, and these are the fights maybe waiting for him. I'm not sure if Brian Valora is going to be around at the time if Prince breaks into the world scene, but like I said, the flyweight level is quite thin. The Prince might just blow for everyone, and if he does, these are the guys going to be waiting for him. So Brian Valora, the Hawaiian Punch, will be there. That'd be an interesting fight. He's been around, he's been a world champion a couple of weights, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens to the Prince there. Let's see if the Prince stays at flyweight. I mean, he might move up, or you know what I'm saying, so I'm not too sure. Alright, moving next to this guy, so we're going into the actual champions now. So we've got the newly crowned WBA regular champion, and that is what's he again? Koyuta Ioka. Just a newly crowned WBA champion. So he just got the belt recently. He picked it up off what's he picked? Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos recently? Just what's the guy's name? Bear with me, guys. Oh yeah, there it is. Juan Carlos Rocco, he just beat him in, the guy from Argentina, so he just picked it up recently. And this guy's a 2-weight champ. This guy's now a 3-weight champion. So he started off at strawweight, light fly, and now he's a flyweight champion. So he's a 3-weight champion. He's quite young as well, and so he's the regular champion. And I say that for a reason, because the guy who's got the belt, the super champion, I'll mention him. But these are the guys here out of Japan. He doesn't come out of Japan. He only fights in Japan. So obviously the Prince might have to do some traveling to face these guys, especially with Yao Xingming is saying from China. You might have to go China. He don't really come out of China either. And the Prince, what's his name again? Matt Williams, a Raw from Puerto Rico. He don't mind. He fights out of Puerto Rico. Most of these guys stay in. Only Brian Valora fight basically in America, but with this guy here, Kazuto Ioka, he only fights out of Japan, so you have to go there to try and face him. And these are the guys, like I said, he might be there waiting around as Prince, as you make your way through these guys in the flyweight division. If you still in the division, you look like you're under the weight, so you'll probably be there for a while still. Alright, moving up to the next guy, and this is a formidable foe, and I'm telling you, definitely, like Amnat Ruenroeng. So most of the guys on the list, these are the guys he's beat. He's beat Matt Williams Arroyo, and he's beat Zhao Xinming already, and he's beat Akira Agashi. But I haven't mentioned Akira Agashi yet, because he's fell off. He's been beat a couple of times. I haven't really mentioned. These guys are actually on a roll, and most of the guys I mentioned, they're actually doing pretty well, and contenders, and again, they're not really on the decline actually. So yeah, Amnat Ruenroeng from Thailand, and he fights basically out of Thailand, but he don't mind traveling. Like I said, he when he beat what's his name, Akio Ioka, when he beat him in Japan, and he beat Zhao Xinming in China. So he don't mind traveling. It's this guy here, and he's got excellent boxing skills. You can check out on YouTube Zhao Xinming versus Amnat Ruenroeng. I'll leave some of the links for the champions for you to see what kind of guys these are. And I'm telling you, man, he's proper good. He's got great boxing skills. I tell you what, man, as the Prince develops, man, he's got the kind of Prince with his southpaw style, but this guy is a very tricky dude. He's not really a big puncher, but he's got good boxing skill, but he's fairly old. Maybe he might be around Prince as the Prince comes up, so not too sure, but we'll see. Like I said, some of these champions might be around. So the early guys I mentioned, like Matt Williams Arroyo and Zhao Xinming, and maybe not Brian Valora, but Akira Ioka, he'll be around because they're quite young anyway. They'll probably still be around, but we'll see. Alright, moving into the next champion. So we've got Juan Francisco Estrada, and this guy's the Juan Manuel Marquez type of style. Very good, great boxer, and he definitely all kind of powerful, good boxing skills. I don't know how the Prince is going to fare against this guy, but he's a veteran, very skilled. As the Prince builds himself up, these are the type of guys here, and these are the established money guys, big money guys in the division. Actually, Zhao Xinming's a big money guy in the division as well, actually, because he's got the whole of China, and so is Akira Ioka. He's got the whole of Japan as well. So these are big money guys. But this guy, Juan Francisco Estrada, is an excellent boxer. You check him out anywhere. Definitely he's the number 2 guy in the division, behind the guy I'm going to mention in a bit. But this is a definitely great boxer in the division, and he's probably going to go Hall of Fame. This guy here is that good, man. Excellent boxer. And we've got the number 1 in the division. Here we go. We got Roman El Chocolito Gonzalez, and this from Nicaragua. And I tell you what, man, this guy, you put on a good show in HBO the other day. I'm sure you checked it out, Prince. He's the number 1 in the division, and everyone. He beat Akira Agashi in Japan. He's basically sponsored by Tekken, that's a Japanese promotional company. And now he's got HBO. He's got a TV network behind him, and obviously lucrative with HBO. He's got 6 fight deal. He's young. He's a 3-weight champion. 3 division champion. So he started from strawweight, light fly, and flyweight. So he's equal with Alexa Guerrero with 3-weight. So in Nicaragua, he's their favorite son. And these are the guys I mentioned down the list that I think Prince is gonna get. So obviously you got Chocolito, Juan Francisco Estrada, you got Amnat Ruenroeng, you got Akira Ioka from Japan, and they're all the champions. And obviously I've mentioned in the European level. See where Frank Warren goes from now, and I'll be interested to see if he's going to put him against some of these dudes there. So, Prince, that's the road to your championship. I wish you luck, and we enjoy following the journey. Alright, so I'm EJ Boxing Live. Leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll catch up with you next one. Alright, peace.